Night Football. This is our 18th season, and with those years, so many memories. First down and 10. The ball at the 44-yard line. The Snake. Right away, he goes. Got it wide open. Saw back. Ball deflected, but it's still caught here by number 33, Tony Dorsett. Look out! Look out! All right. Thompson misses. It should be all over. It's all over. Just a great game. On 2nd and 8. Tonight's meeting of the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Raiders. This ABC Sports exclusive is brought to you by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. Hello again, everyone. I'm Frank Gifford, and welcome to Seattle, Washington. And it will be a noisy crowd here at the Kingdome tonight. The Seattle Seahawks, well, they have a chance to tie for first place in the AFC Western Division if they can win tonight over the Raiders, and they have beaten the Raiders 5 straight times here in the Kingdome. They have a tremendous edge going in, if that would be the only factor. But it's a team that really played well last week. They beat the San Diego Chargers 34-3. The Chargers, of course, lost yesterday to Denver, and a win tonight by the Seahawks, and they will be in an 8-3 tie in the AFC West, and they will be sitting awfully pretty at this particular point. Meanwhile, the Raiders come limping into the Kingdome tonight. They're a team that is in trouble at quarterback. They're a team whose offensive line has been decimated by injuries, but they are bringing perhaps the newest superstar in the National Football League with him, Bo Jackson. And Chuck Knox also says this is the best 3-7 football team he has ever seen in his coaching career.
How do you get a handle on this football team? Only 3 victories so far this season. Look at the players they have. I mean, we're at Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson, Todd Christensen, James Lofton, Howie Long, Mike Haynes. The list goes on and on. The key tonight for the Raiders, they must get into this ball game in a hurry. In this 7-game losing streak, believe it or not, they've been outscored in the first quarter 48-6. And in the Kingdome, if you're the visitor, if you're behind, this is a bad, bad place to have to play a football game.
And so Tom Flores, knowing that all too well, a man who has watched his team come in here and been bombed the last 2 years by a composite 70-3 margin, and a man whose team started the season with 3 straight wins. 2 wins with the regulars over Green Bay and Detroit, and a victory against Kansas City with the replacement players, but now 7 consecutive losses, the longest such streak in 25 years. And Chuck Knox, who spent 5 years with the Rams, 5 years with Buffalo, led each of those teams into the playoffs, and has led Seattle to the playoffs in the past, and now concluding his 5th season. And here comes Dave Craig, who can look so good or so bad, much like Seattle. Last week he looked terrific against San Diego. His numbers for the season with 13 touchdown passes, and it's Craig with Warner and Williams, and then Turner, the wide out with Largent, and Tice, the tight end, and the offensive line, Mattis, Bailey, Bush, Millard having a great season, and Mike Wilson. A well-balanced team, and they've been steady and solid since the strike outside of the 1 game against the Jets. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, and they begin with John L. Williams taking it out to the 17 for a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8. The Raiders, who play a 3-4 with Long, Pickell, and Jones up front, and then the linebackers, Lyndon King on the outside with Millen. They've moved Jerry Robinson inside, and he's playing well there, and Rod Martin, the veteran. And then Washington and an injured Mike Haynes at the corners, with Turan and McElroy, who's having a great year at safeties. And at the moment, Sam Seal is playing the cornerback spot in place of Haynes, who's hurt. He has a bad foot and will play probably sparingly tonight. Largent in motion on 2nd down and 8. And Craig going deep and too deep. Intended for Largent, who was covered by Sam Seal. And Seal will be a busy man tonight. And Mark Wilson now, who is a native of this area, grew up in the Seattle area, played his college ball at Brigham Young, a Raiders #1 pick in 1980. And here he is with Allen and Jackson, the 2 Heisman winners, Lofton and Dokie Williams, the wideouts, and Christensen. And there is the rebuilt and revamped offensive line. And here's the noise, as expected. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line, and they give it to Jackson, who spins but goes nowhere as he runs into the arms of Greg Gaines, the linebacker. 2nd down and 11 coming up as we look at the Seattle defense with Green, Nash in the middle, and Bryant. Then the linebackers. Woods, the rookie, the #1 pick. Fred Young has had a terrific year. He's a quiet one. Unlike Bosworth, we know all about him. And then Gaines on the outside, who made the last stop. Taylor and Hunter are the corners. Easley with a damaged shoulder, and Robinson are the safeties. And Easley is really favoring that shoulder. 2nd down and 11 from the 36-yard line. Wilson throwing, and it's caught at the 49-yard line by Dokie Williams. And Bo Jackson is split out to the right with Allen, the running back, and this is an old USC play, which he'd be very used to as he takes 2nd and 4. That's Bo Jackson lined up in the slot to the right, and Wilson on 2nd and 4, scrambling to his right, and then throwing, and it's complete at the 35-yard line. Again, it's Dokie Williams in the backfield, and Lofton going in motion from the 35. It's Bo Jackson trying to get a block from Allen, and Allen can't take Gaines out of the play. There's a fumble, a loose ball, and Fred Young is the man with the ball, and it's a live ball. Seattle recovered.
But I don't think he could reach the carpet because he was sprawled over a Seattle Seahawk, and you'll see the ball come loose. And Jackson, a little confused. Last week he turned and went the other way. He tried to do it here and ran into a crowd. Very strong pursuing defense. It was really his own man who kept him upright. The hit was by Gaines, and the ball came loose.
And I don't think it's a sure thing.
No, they may be looking at it.
Yeah. But it was a fumble. It stands Seattle's ball.
Warner's first carry of the night. 49.6. 4 wide receivers for Seattle. Craig out of the shotgun, and he finds one of the wide receivers, Paul Scansey, for a 1st down. At the 37-yard line, he is stopped by Stephon Adams. And Seattle trying to cash in on Jackson's fumble at the 39-yard line, as Warner is taken down from the 27-yard line. Craig off the fake. Good protection. Swings it back. Complete to John L. Williams, and he is tackled.
The play action. Watch the right guard, Brian Millard, go that way. The left guard, Bailey's going to come this way, and then Williams out into the slot. But take a look at what that does at the line of scrimmage. I mean, watch how that freezes the inside linebackers. The 2 guard cross at the line of scrimmage. Williams out in the flat, does it after that.
Live on 2nd and 4 on the draw. Kurt Warner, he takes it to the 19-yard line. And Craig going for the end zone, wide open, touchdown, Darrell Turner. Johnson for the extra point, and when Seattle gets down to the end zone, you can count on Turner. He's caught 99 passes in his career, 35 for touchdowns, an incredible percentage.
A look up front during the commercial. That's where it starts. All the time in the world for Dave Craig and Darrell Turner. That's one of the easiest touchdowns he'll get.
A couple of seasons in the league, his last 64 catches have resulted in 25 touchdowns. To nothing. 1st and 10, Raiders from the 12. Wilson gives to Jackson on a draw. He breaks a tackle. 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line. Wilson, wide open is Christensen, the tight end, and Todd barrels out to the 37-yard line for a 1st down.
Well, you can't hear the quarterback, so you have to try to look at the football out of the corner of your eye.
On 3rd and 10, Wilson looking for Williams and hits him for a 1st down as he gets to the Seattle 46-yard line. 1st and 10 Raiders from the 46-yard line. Wilson gets good protection, goes deep for a loss, and he's out in front, and touchdown! James Lofton beats Patrick Hunter, and the Raiders answer the Seahawks as they come right back down the field.
And just stretching out from Hunter.
He still got it. He was a world-class long jumper many years ago at Stanford. Still has a great speed. There he is, runs right by Hunter, and it was beautifully laid in there by Mark Wilson, and Once again, Wilson had the time for the delivery, but rarely are you going to find these kinds of receivers on the same football field. Between Largett and Lofton, over 21,000 yards. Remarkable.
Chris Barr out of Wilson's hold kicks it through. Frail Seattle, 10-9. As it's Kurt Warner taking it. Craig unloading, intended for John L. Williams, but he was covered by Martin. Los Angeles at the 41-yard line. Game tied, and Bo Jackson gets a block and gets the first down. Williams in motion, and Bo Jackson follows Allen and bangs his way down to the 30-yard line for another Raider first down, and Marcus Allen laid down the block, taking Eugene Robinson out.
I don't know, it might be better to get blocked than have to try to tackle this guy. Look at Marcus Allen. That's the kind of work you have to do, but that's Kenny Easley, one of the hardest hitters in the league, a strong safety, number 45, that just bounced off of Bo Jackson.
Granted, he's playing with a bad shoulder, tackles with the wrong shoulder, but that's a good way to get another bad shoulder.
From the 30-yard line, it's Jackson, and it takes about 4 of them to get him down at the...
That's just not fair. A guy 230 pounds getting a clean shot.
Second down and 8 from the 28-yard line, and the catch is made by Todd Christensen. A first down at the 18. And Wilson knowing what he's going to get on 2nd and 7 at the 14. Just waiting. With a wry smile. In no hurry to do anything. Mark Wright wants the Seahawks to try to quiet the crowd. Jackson goes in motion for the first time. Wilson protected well, wide open is Jackson for the touchdown. Bo in motion, goes to the corner of the end zone. Fred Young that time blitzed. He was picked up by Marcus Wilson. Barr with Wilson holding, boots it through, and so the Raiders, who had fallen behind early, have come back with back-to-back touchdowns on successive drives and lead 14-7.
This is Bo Jackson just down, but watch this guy right here. When he makes his break, down he goes onto the ground. Jackson in motion. He makes his cut to the inside and to the ground. And I think that's Kenny Easley who gets back up. Yes, it is. Kenny Easley fell. That's why Bo Jackson gives the Raiders the lead on an easy touchdown.
31. 12:09 to play in the half. And Craig gets dropped at the 25. There's no flag. Jerry Robinson comes charging through. And the Raiders came flying across the line.
Hitting the line of scrimmage. Watch them both come into the screen. There's Millen at the top, Robinson the near man, and there just aren't enough blue shirts there. John L. Williams tries to get up and make the block, and actually does, but not before Jerry Robinson gets that arm.
And it's Largett, and the streak is now 148, who makes the catch out at the 30-yard line with 4 wide receivers. Craig stepping up and stepping out and stepping out of bounds out at the 32-yard line, but the Raiders secondary did their job, and Seattle will have to kick.
Last week he had a 2-yarder. He had to down himself.
This one's a wobbly average kick, and Woods falls down, and it will turn out to be a beauty on the stat sheet because it will be downed at the 5-yard line.
That's a 30-yard mistake by Woods.
And it turns a 33-yard punt into a 63-yard punt at the 9. And Bo Jackson to the 20 and out in front, and only one man to beat, and Easley can't run him down. He had the angle, but there goes Bo, and nobody catches Bo. Touchdown.
He may not stop till Tacoma. He's gone.
Portland.
He just went by Spokane.
And there go the Raiders into final. What a scene.
Come on back, guys.
Oh, he was flying.
And it's almost unfair the way Bo Jackson has looked the last couple of weeks.
This is Bo Jackson right here. Marcus Allen, watch his lead block. Right tackle, right guard, both pull and lead up. But when he gets to this point right here, I'm afraid that's nothing more than sheer unadulterated speed.
There's Allen on Hunter.
There's Maraldi out in front, but he never even gets into the play. Both his offensive linemen are just totally out of it because Bo Jackson saw the hole and just outruns not only his own players, but everybody in the blue jersey as well.
You know, Easley is not a blazing speedster, but that's kind of embarrassing.
Well, he ain't slow either.
Yep. And this crowd suddenly very quiet, stunned, and I think very much in awe at the moment, as is Chuck Knox. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. And it's knocked down. Largent was the intended receiver. Raiders ahead 21-7. Craig pressured. Throws complete out to the 32-yard line. Catch made there. 3rd and 7. And a first down as 𝐶𝐚𝐭𝐭𝐥𝐞 makes the catch. 𝐶𝐚𝐭𝐭𝐥𝐞 got inside. Seahawks at their own 45-yard line. Fake to Williams. Blitz is on. Sack. A fumble. Loose ball at the 30-yard line as Mark Wright takes a look. And Seattle is able to maintain possession.
Lyndon King, the former Charger. Rod Martin coming from his right side and really nowhere for Craig to go. There comes King on the right, and here comes Rod Martin. And it was Lyndon King who got the hand in there to pull the ball loose.
And if Kurt Warner doesn't pull that up, you see nothing but white jerseys there. That could have easily been a Raider touchdown.
2nd down, 24 from the 31-yard line. Craig pressured again and sacked at the 22-yard line.
That's going to be a fumble.
That's loose.
And the Raiders have it. The Raiders have it. Greg Townsend with the pop. Sean Jones with the recovery.
And Dave Craig really had pretty good protection initially. Inside, Howie Long takes the inside. Bill Pickell loops around from behind. But Dave Craig still looking downfield, doesn't even seem to sense the pressure. And Greg Townsend coming in from his right.
First time this season the Raiders have scored touchdowns on 3 straight possessions, and it's Marcus Allen for a first down and setting up a 1st and goal. Marcus Allen takes it to the 2, and there's a marker.
Received in San Diego and Denver.
Bowling, number 72, offense, first down.
Still on the bench with Mueller and Allen the backs, and Marcus Allen gets stopped for no gain. Bryant got him around the legs, and another marker is down here. 2nd down, goal. Screen to Allen inside the 20, Marcus inside the 10, and he takes it down to the 6-yard line.
Pump fake it downfield. Allen set up like he's going to block, slips out, gets a couple of blockers out in front of him, and the Seahawk defense all dispersed downfield, and Allen takes it down inside the 10, close to the 6-yard line.
Wilson buying a lot of time, throwing into the end zone, and incomplete. And the Raiders,
that big question mark, what happens next?
half a loaf is a lot better than none. That kick is fielded, and not a good move by Edmonds, who steps out of bounds. If he lets it go out of bounds, they get it at the 35-yard line. That's the worst thing you can do, make the catch and step out of bounds.
The Pro Bowler as a return man. Here's Edmonds, who's been hurting from bad ribs. That had nothing to do with this. And he caught himself, but of course he stepped right on the line.
1st and 10, Seattle from the 5-yard line. Warner gives him a little bit of breathing room after the 9. 3rd and 7. Largent can't make the catch and appeared to get pushed as well.
Take a look up front at Howie Long. Remember I told you how this guy constantly gets double teamed? Well, he's starting this thing off working against Edwin Bailey. In comes Blair Bush, the center, and even the right guard, Brian Millard, works over. Largent makes his break to the inside. He's working against number 43, Sam Seal. Bo Jackson back in the game.
Wilson shovels it to Marcus Allen. And Allen gets pushed back after taking it to the 33-yard line.
Bo Jackson split out as a receiver to the near side here.
And it's Allen on 2nd down and 7 to the 29-yard line. 3rd and 2. Williams in motion. And Wilson hits Allen, but he gets buried at the 29-yard line. 47-yard attempt. And the kick is long enough, and the kick is good.
It's all
Trey Scansey drops it at the 36-yard line. Warner out of bounds. Such a maneuver at this point.
Oh, look at holy moly.
From the 33-yard line, Scansey really pays the price. Stacey Coram levels him.
They've been double teaming him all night. Watch the bottom of your screen now. Working against Mattis. And almost takes his wardrobe off.
Well, Howie brings a lot of that upon himself because of that underarm. Watch the rip. You see that left arm go up underneath there? That's really not so much the offensive lineman holding him as Howie putting himself in that position by using that rip technique.
Easy turn.
For Largent, and he does not get out of bounds. He doesn't get out of bounds, and the clock keeps going, and Largent takes a timeout with 1 second.
I'm
play.
Boy, I can't agree with that call. I don't agree with that either. How does the official say that he's still in bounds?
No question, he was out of bounds. Great toss to get it to him. First of all, Largent knowing exactly what he had to do. He had to get it out of bounds, and there he is, driven out of bounds.
Oh, that's a terrible call by the official. I mean, I know the intent, but still, even though the contact is initiated in the field of play, in one continuous motion, Steve Largent is out of bounds.
But how smart is Largent, though? Because Largent realized he kept the clock going, and he got up, and in reality now, they'll only put, if they want to overrule this,
and
on the replay, they'll only put a couple of extras.
The clock back to 3 seconds.
All right, so
3 seconds on the clock.
They agree on the replay that he was out of bounds. It really doesn't matter the way it turns out. They're going to get one play anyway. But... And the kick is no good. Had the distance, but wide to the left. On first down, they give it to Marcus Allen out to the 30-yard line.
No ego problems here with either one of them.
Jackson out past the 30 to the 35 to the 36-yard line, and enough for a first down.
Well, the Raiders lead 27-7, and no surprises when you look at those numbers. 315 yards in total offense. Look at the good balance between rushing and passing. I mean, it's dominance everywhere, including the scoreboard, and Bo Jackson has just had a superlative half, as we said, and he's the main reason why those numbers are the way they are.
Hard to believe those numbers coming from a team that's lost 7 straight.
First down at the 36-yard line. And it's Jackson to the 40.
Look out.
Bo into Seattle territory inside the 40 and down to the 22-yard line. And every time he gets the ball, there's going to be that sense of anticipation.
A thoroughbred, put some about 18 pounds on him or something.
Well, look at the change of direction. I mean, here's a guy that just totally reverses his field. Now, the whole right side of the line was collapsed. That's why he had that room. If it wasn't for the good angle by Eugene Robinson, Bo would have just...
From the 11, it's Marcus Allen. Stopped at the 9-yard line.
Well, what the Cowboys spent on Herschel Walker, number 5, wasn't it?
Yep. On 2nd and 8, the pass is caught at the 2-yard line by Doki Williams.
Well, you can't wait till he leaves.
3rd and 1 from the 2. Here's Bo. And here goes Bo for the touchdown. He and Bosworth one-on-one, and Jackson just shoves him into the end zone.
I suggested a handicap of 18. How about 20 pounds?
That's the matchup you like to see. If you're Seattle, Bo Jackson with the ball, Brian Bosworth. Here's Bo Jackson. He's going to go here. Here's Brian Bosworth. They're going to meet on the 2-yard line and end up in the end zone. Watch the Boz. He plays it perfectly, flows to the football, meets Bo Jackson at the 2. Sorry, 220 beats 240 easily.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome.
Barr kicks it through.
Bosworth looking out there. Did you get the number of that truck?
For 188 yards against Pittsburgh, and that's the mark right now. A little more than 17.
Another look at that touchdown. Brian Bosworth right there. But look at Bo Jackson get the leverage, drop his shoulder pad underneath Brian's, and his momentum just shoved Bosworth right back into the end zone. Hey, how do you think this effort of Jackson's is being received in Kansas City? Yeah. I mean, if you're a member of the Royals, John Sherrills and their organization, you're saying, oh my gosh, this is the last thing in the world I wanted to have happen.
Warner out to the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9, and there goes Jones and Ron Mattis. 40-yard line. Tipped and picked off at the 36-yard line by Van McElroy, who's having a Pro Bowl kind of year on a pass intended for Ray Butler.
A ball that just is tipped all the way by the receiver. We'll get a good look at it right from here. Ray Butler coming across. The ball's a little bit high, but as a receiver, you got to get your hands on it, and McElroy stayed with it all the way.
And McElroy is having that Pro Bowl year that Al talked about. That's his 3rd interception of the year, but more than that, he's been the leader back there in that secondary. Diving for the interception here, and when you're having a good year and you're playing like he is, you're where the ball is.
1st down, 41-yard line, and it's Jackson blocking for Allen. And Marcus running for a 1st down. 3rd and inches. Double tight end setup. Marcus Allen picks up the 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. With Jackson in motion. Give it to Bo. On a slot back around. He's inside the 30, the 20, and down to the 10-yard line.
And I mean, just no chance. I think we got a good ISO on the Boz. Now he reads the reverse right there. He's got the angle. Look at the what. Now he realized he took the wrong angle. You see him break a little bit back to the right and never even got in close.
It is so easy to misjudge a big man when they have speed.
Meanwhile, Marcus Allen, sort of lost in the shuffle tonight, has established a new mark. Career yards rushing, breaking the mark held by Mark Van Egan. 2nd down after the penalty, and it's Jackson. Another Raider record.
Yeah, but he's destroying his average down to 16.8.
On 3rd down, it's Laughlin. Incomplete. As Buffalo meets the Raiders. Barr to attempt the field goal. And from the 12-yard line, that 22-yarder is perfect.
Described as illegal use of the body.
Leave it to Mark Wright. I love the way he phrases things. Stancy. Inside the 40. 36 after the automatic 1st down. Here comes the blitz. Turan hits Craig as he lofts it. Lead 37-7. Warner, good night. Howie Long. Can you believe this team has lost 7 in a row?
The tackle position, this is Howie right here. It doesn't get any more basic than that, just shooting the gap. You see Brian Millard, the right guard, pulling, and what's happening there is Mike Wilson, the right tackle, trying to down block on Howie Long, but when a defensive lineman has that great first step, that explosion upfield, as a tackle, you don't even get a shot on him, as we saw there.
The 10, 1st and 10, and Bo is in the game. And with the football, and 202, now 18 yards a couple of weeks ago against St. Louis for the Rams. Jackson held to a 1-yard gain. By the way, it's a cliche, but in his case, it's true. 3rd down and 2 at the 18, and Wilson gets sacked back at the 9. One brief moment of glory for Brian Bosworth.
The Boz, watch him give a little fake, like he's going back, then the delayed blitz, and nobody even takes a stab at him. And Mark Wilson decides that discretion is the better part of valor and chews on a little AstroTurf.
Boz did show that speed, though. He has great acceleration.
1st and 5 from the 11-yard line. And Craig lofts it into the end zone and knocked away. Intended for Largent. Warner. 2nd and goal. Craig looking for Tice, the tight end, and has him for the touchdown. Mike Tice came across, got free, goes in for the score. And we've got the Seahawk that's let loose, flying around the Kingdome.
Pattern that takes a lot of time, because here's Mike Tice. He'll release right here and work all the way under the formation. He'll then get picked up by Van McElroy, but A type of play action like this takes some time. You can see how Craig isn't even pressured. McElroy too late on the coverage.
We told you there was a Seahawk flying around in here.
Tired tonight.
Are we really seeing that? Kick by Johnson is good.
Mike Tice with the touchdown.
Former quarterback in Maryland. Society, but that bird is still flying around in the dome. And here's Marcus Allen taking it out to the 23-yard line.
Bosworth be a step late on a couple of plays. Let's see how he reads this run by Marcus Allen. He fights off the block on the left side of Brian Holloway, gets leg whipped by Holloway, still stays on his feet and gets in on the tackle. That's a good effort by Brian Bosworth. Anyway.
Marcus Allen back in 77 against Minnesota. Here's Bo Jackson, who's up and over 200.
Games of over 200 yards.
Jackson on the draw, and he still is able to squirt forward.
Scripture might call that a drag draw. The quarterback going back. Wilson that time looked to Bo Jackson, gave the play away a little bit. First guy in was Jacob Green, but then Brian Bosworth came in and brought Jackson to the ground. Mark Wilson
6 at the 32-yard line. And Bo Jackson out for a first down with in front of him. Yeah, one-on-one. And Lofton gets taken down as the sack is made. The blitz was on. Bosworth gets the sack. But you talk about a takedown in the secondary. Lofton was just wrestled down by Patrick Hunter. He had no chance.
And I think everybody in the stadium is looking right at that confrontation.
And there's a flag here, too, on this.
Watch this. Hunter beaten badly, has no choice. He just tackles James Lofton.
3 points.
He has no choice. You got to take this kid out of the ball game.
Or take himself out of the ball game. He can do that also.
2nd and 10. Seahawks start from the shotgun on 1st and 10. And Craig gets sacked by Greg Townsend. It's Williams open over the middle. Gets out to the 3rd down. Have to get to the 28. And they get it out to the 31 for a first down yard line. Craig steps up, throws out to the 36-yard line, and the catch.
Try to go over the top. We're the ones that are going to throw long.
3rd and 3, and it's incomplete. Stancy can't hold it. 21-yard line, 1st and 10. And a 3-yard loss as Gaines tackles Strahan.
Speed, the instinct. Not often it's all in one total package like that.
On 2nd and 14, it's Mueller. First down on 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. Mueller. Raiders 366 yards rushing tonight. That's a new team record as they have helped to rewrite the record book. Craig lost one and it's intercepted at the 8-yard line, running it back to the 8, Stephon Adams.
Everybody just quit on Dave Craig. He was the only one that was still playing football.
He pumped twice before he threw the football. I mean, he couldn't have been more deliberate.
Scansey was looking back at him like, who, me? A receiver?
Just couldn't put a finger on the problem.
I'm going to say it goes right through the organization from Al Davis right on down. It's been tough for them. This is a very prideful team. Tonight, they put it together like they felt they could throughout that entire 7-game losing streak. And that man, he's something different.
Well, here are the Bo numbers to wrap it up. 221 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns on the ground. 1 catch, and that was good for a touchdown. Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen and Tom Flores and the Raiders do it by a score of 37-14. Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, and Dan Deerdorf. Good night from the Kingdome in Seattle, where this ABC Sports exclusive has been brought to you by McDonald's. It's the good time for the great taste of McDonald's by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? And by Michelob Light. When the sun goes down, light up the night with Michelob Light. There it is, Bosworth and Bo, 2 of the most heralded rookies in the history of the National Football League.